Alrighty, race fans. Truck League at Charlotte tonight. Points coming to one of the last few races before the playoffs. Pretty big race tonight, so it's gonna be a wild one. Points are actually pretty close. Matt is 2 behind Chad for the regular season points championship. And then it goes Nick, Doug, and Ted. Zach is not here, but he was sick, so he could have made it in, but he is unfortunately not able to. So we're gonna jump right into this one here. We got Matt starting on the pole for tonight's main event. Then you have JD starting on his outside, Chad, Clay, Kale, P5, 6, 7, Joey and Nick. Row number 4, Doug and Ted. New guy Tanner starting P10, and a Michael Higginbotham. Sorry if I butchered that. Running P number 12, or starting P number 12. So, gonna be a wild one. Gonna be fun to see how this thing rolls off. But yeah. Doug last night ended up winning the Cup race. That's 2 back-to-back for him in the Cup League. So, gonna see if that transfers on to the Truck League. But as they're coming to the green, gonna see what happens here. Matt and JD gonna lead them off. Row 2, Chad and Clay. 3rd row, Kale and Joey. Pace car is off. Coming to the green. In the restart zone. They are green, and we're racing here at Charlotte. Big push from Clay on the outside. That's going to give JD be able to stay side by side with them. They're all going to be double file heading into one. Matt's going to be clear off at turn number 4. So is Chad. He's clear down the backstretch. JD's going to look to the bottom. Going to get underneath him. Good battle. Matt's going to be able to get clear right there. Chad tagged the wall a little bit off of 4 after lap 1. Seems to be a 4-way battle for the lead right here. Kale's going to be tucked up underneath JD, try to get him to go around Chad. Matt's going to be leading so far. JD and Chad still side by side. One thing I noticed from a few of the Cup races I ran and truck races and actually in practice was tire wear. Tire wear is going to be pretty big. Dirty air and tire wear is going to be huge. So first one I think to move to the top is going to be one that finds out kind of tire wear and stuff, which they're all starting to arc it pretty hard. You got Ted and new guy Tanner battling in the back. Got Cup race winner Doug. A lot of people almost getting into the fence right there off of 4, but it seems to all single filed out so far. Go on board with Kale right here. Down the back stretch. See, they get in the corner, hard lift, get to the bottom, try to peek that nose just underneath their left rear to come off. Come off nice and clean. Chad lurking right behind Matt. He's going to get the apron just a little bit, but as you can see, they're just wrapping the bottom. Kind of Harvick landing at Atlanta, just right around the bottom, or at least old Atlanta. Let's see. Any battles going on back here? Gonna go on perspective of Ted. You can see the entire field right here. Gonna go back up to Kale as JD is gonna peek to the bottom of Chad right there. Not gonna seem to be there. Still single file up front. Seems to be a pretty decent battle out the back though. Nick and Doug gonna get kind of racy. Doug gonna get passed by Tanner in the 24. Clay's gonna be out on the back bumper of Joey. Trying to find a way. It looks like Clay's already gotten into the wall pretty hard, so he's got right side damage. Gonna be interesting to see if he uses his fascia pair or not. He does seem to be the first one that is opening up the corner though and running higher up. So interesting to see what his kind of strategy is, but Kale still lurking. Still running order: Matt, Chad, JD, Kale, and Joey running out the top 5. Then you got Clay right behind Joey. Tanner seems to be the first one running around the top, and he's making passes. Got around Doug, got around Nick now. He's gonna be clear down the backstretch. JD gonna get underneath Chad now. He's been working it for the last few laps. Matt can't seem to pull away though. Lap 20 is the stage. They're on 9 right now. Kale's gonna get up just a little bit into Chad. JD's finally gonna be cleared down the backstretch and try to hunt down Matt. JD looking real strong tonight. Kale finally got around Chad. Chad seems to be losing a little bit of time now. Maybe his tires are starting to wear, but he's staying right with it. Still all in a line. Clay still struggling to get around Joey. Tanner finally caught to the back of Clay and Joey right there. Doug dropping back to the back, just saving a little bit maybe. But JD still trying to catch Matt. Gonna go on board with Matt right here on the race leader. Crank it up. You see he arcs it kind of hard. He gets to the center late, lifts, probably run half, back wide open. You can see he's the most smooth on the wheel, and that's why he's out front currently. Big gap that is kind of spread out between everybody. Nick gets underneath the Chad, or Clay, almost hits the wall right there. Good battles all the way through the pack. Kind of seem to single file out. Looks like dirty air is a big factor. Matt still has the same lead he's had pretty much the entire race on JD. Yeah, not much I can say. I mean, he's had the same amount of gap every lap pretty much. Let's see what it was the last round. So last lap, it was 420. Do it for Clayton. Gonna have to see what it is this next lap upcoming. You got Nick working his way through the field. He started further at the back. Didn't have too much time to practice, but he's gonna be underneath Chad off of 4, and he's gonna be clear of Chad off of 4. Go back up front, see what that gap was this time. 448, so he seems to be able to catch a little bit, but just not have the raw speed to fully get to his bumper. Got Clay still trying to work around Joey, but you got Chad falling back to both of them. Clay trying to find a way. Joey trying to find a way of Chad. Chad seems to have fallen off the pace. Joey's struggling to be able to set up a pass. Dirty air and old tires. Really hard to be able to make a move after tires seem to be pretty warm or worn. Doug's going to get underneath Clay though. Hopefully he doesn't wash up, and he doesn't. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch. So is Joey and Chad. Joey gets to the center. He's going to be clear. Cleared entering 3 though. Doug's going to pressure or push Joey just a little bit. Joey's going to wash up the track. He's clear for a second off of 4. That's going to open up the door. Doug gets to Joey's back bumper on exit, but he's not going to be clear of Chad. You got Ted coming back into this mix right here. Big battles all the way through the pack, or at the back of the pack currently. Chad falling off. Tires seem to be his kryptonite. As soon as tire falls off, he's all right up front, but can't ever seem to make do with it. As we're talking, looks like Nick gets around Kale. He's struggling. Kale's tires seem to have fallen off. And Nick charging through the field like he always does. May join late in practice, may not have the raw speed early, but he gets through the field, and he's fast. Doug gets clear of Joey. Here he comes. Seen a lot of improvement of him. Ooh, Joey goes for a little bit of a dive. That was a little close. But seen Doug, a lot of improvement from Doug these last few weeks. Saving tires. Ended up racing against me a lot of these races and actually has pulled off 2 wins. Joey on the apron for some reason. He's going to wash up right in front of Chad. That's going to stack Chad up. Clay's going to go right underneath him. But they're going to be almost 3 wide down the front stretch. Ted's going to be right underneath Chad. Chad's going to go middle. Doesn't work. He gets in contact with Ted. Clay's going to be right on Joey. He's going to lean on him just a little bit. Ted trying to find a way to go by. Joey doesn't seem to have the pace to stay in front, but dirty air and tires just, I'm going to keep preaching it this entire race. It's going to be hard for them to be able to get around. Hey,
and 4.
You guys got to throw the stage, so throw it this lap, or I'll throw it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I haven't had the thing pulled up. I'll do it. Matt coming off of turn number 4. He's going to win stage number 1 tonight.
Do it at 25.
Okay, 10-4. Looks like a executive decision to bump it back 5 laps. On 22 currently. So 3 more to go till then. But got Doug coming through the field. Got Nick finally to the back bumper of JD. He's going to look to the bottom with 2 to go for the stage. Going to get underneath him. As long as he doesn't overdrive it, he should be clear. He's going to wash up just a little bit. He's got his right front on JD's left front. Or his right rear on JD's left front. Going to let JD side draft him just a little bit. Have that lower line. Shorter way around, but he's going to be clear. Entering turn number 1. So, coming to the white flag for the stage. Matt has led. Believe it's every lap. He hasn't gotten the lead taken from him yet. It's going to be interesting to see what strategy is and if he makes many adjustments or if his pit crew makes a mistake, he's going to be at the back. So it's going to be interesting to see where he comes in. But down the back stretch for the final time in stage number 1. Nice and smooth through 3. Entering turn number 4. And off the corner, Matt. He's going to win the stage. Stage number 1 for Matt. Cross the line that time. It was Matt, Nick, JD, Kale, Doug, Joey, Clay, Ted, Tanner, Chad dropping far back from 3rd to 10th. Our biggest mover, I believe, is Doug from 8th to 5th. Actually, maybe Nick. Nick's our biggest mover. Doug's following right through. But it doesn't seem that Chad has the long run speed. He's got the short run speed, just not the long run speed, which is quite unfortunate. But we're going to see kind of what happens here as they're entering pit road. Under yellow, but we're going to dragging in stage 1 winner, Matt. Matt, how's the car feel, and how big is a dirty air do you think it's going to be later in this race?
I'm not sure. I hope never to find out.
Sounds like a good plan. Been fast all night, led every lap up until now. Who do you think your biggest challenge is so far?
Nick was pretty smart there on that long run, or on that first stage. I think he might have held out on, trying to save tires for a little bit too long, but and again, towards the end of that run, I wasn't really pushing that hard either, but seems like Nick and Nick is pretty, a threat a little bit, I believe, but I think we got a pretty good, whatever my sponsor Toyota is.
Romico, it looks like?
Sure.
Romico? Yeah, something.
Pretty good truck tonight, so.
Alrighty, well, go around one more time. I'm going to interview someone else.
Okay, yeah, and then we're only going to lap 40 this time. We're
I'm in this time for
20 again.
Alright, cool.
So we accidentally, we were talking and we
yeah, just everybody pit, fix damage and stuff, we'll delay it. Yeah, it looks like there was something big that happened under yellow. I don't know for sure. Joey didn't look like he
Joey
checked
stepped
up,
on
but
his tail.
he's
Like
pecking.
that's straight up bullshit.
Okay, JD, we get it. You're okay. Just fix damage. You're fast. You're good. Alright, so one to go, though. I will drag you back. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
That was Matt Frady, stage 1 winner. That hopefully not going to be in dirty air, but we're going to. Alrighty. Pace car coming in this time, I believe. Lights are out. We're going to go from blimp cam on this restart. Got Matt and Chad, or Matt and Nick on the front row. Then you have Kel and Joey second row. Come to the green. Entering the restart zone. And they're green. Matt takes off with a good run. Good restart from everybody. Doesn't look like there's too many mistakes. Chad gonna get held up a little bit from Joey. Joey not gonna have the best restart going through the gears. He's gonna go high and just let Chad go. Smart move by him, let him all go. They're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch in the back. That's going to make contact. Joey's going to hit the fence a little bit. They're still running. Nick's going to give it a big push to Kel. Try to get Kel around Clay, and here comes Kel. Ooh, Kel, big wiggle. Big wiggle up the track from Kel. Clay's going to have a big wiggle down the front stretch. He's going to go off-road a little bit. Doug is sideways. He's going to go on the grass. He's going to get into pit road and hit the inside wall. Eventful first lap after the restart right there. Gonna keep going. Keep going though. Try to get at least to the stage. We got 10 to go to the stage, so it's gonna be a shorter stage. Chad's gonna throw a little bit of a slide job on Nick. Gonna be clear. Try to run back down Matt right here if he can get around Kel. Kel got a little bit of rear damage from the incident under yellow. Chad gonna have a run, try to go underneath Kel down the backstretch, entering turn number 3. He's gonna get to the inside. Chad's gonna be clear off of 4. Kel's gonna have a little bit of run maybe to be there. No, he's not. Chad's gonna finally get around Kel. That's gonna leave the door open for Nick. Nick's gonna be able to get underneath him. Nick gonna look to the inside of Chad right there. You see Doug, the lap car. He ended up having an incident, but Matt's still out front on this run. They're gonna be battling pretty hard for the second position in the stage, though. Off for Kel's gonna hit the wall. That's big damage for Kel. That's a big mistake right there. We're gonna go back and look at what happened with Doug after the stage, but Kel, big damage. Now you can see it's affecting his car massively. He's pushing and stuff. Field rundown. Kind of everybody's spread out. 2 by 2 by 2. So interesting to kind of see how this is folded out. Nick gonna have a try to get around Chad. Chad fast on short runs, not too good on long runs. The second stage should help him, only being 10 laps. Nothing seems to be happening right now, so we're gonna go back and try to look at what happened to Doug and everybody off of turn 1 or off of turn 4 on that restart. So it all kind of starts up front. Kel gets a little bit of a bobble, as you can see up there. Everybody's a little bit sideways. Nick gets a bobble, Clay gets a bobble, and then right here, Doug gets a little bobble. It pitches him sideways, and he goes sliding sideways, comes across Tanner's nose. And just unlucky for Doug how the car reacted off the corner on that little hump. Clay gets up back on track. Tanner gets back up on track. Everybody stayed green, but it just, how it worked out didn't seem to go well for them. Everybody seems to be running single file though. Everybody's kind of spread out in this final stage. Go on board with, let's see, who should we go on board with? Go on board with JD. I could do it mid, or JD, who would be cool for a mid-race interview? Let's go mid-race interview with Clay. Hey Clay, it's Cabe up in the booth. You got me? Little mid-race interview.
Man.
Well, seem to be kind of off and on where you're gaining spots and not, especially on restarts and stuff. So how's the car driving? And what do you think it's going to take for this last stage?
Driving a lot better until I did those body modifications with the wall. Hopefully we can get in, get it patched up, and get back out.
Yes, sir.
Try to get something done.
What do you think is going to be more valuable, track position or tires? Because it seems like the front of the field, if you're out
Tires.
front, you can stay out front. Really?
At least in traffic, it's tires. I haven't got to taste clean air yet.
Yes, sir. I'll feel you on that one. So good luck. Finish it off. Clay running in P7 right now, trying to chase down Chad. A lot of back runners have damage from just little incidents that have happened. Joey has a lot of damage on the front nose. Doug I believe he has motor damage or something. He's just putting around, trying to make it around laps, but that's going to be it for the stage. Coming to the stage. Stage 2 winner, Matt Frady. Seems like from Clay said that tires is better, but I don't know. It looks like track position, like 5. You get past lap 5, I think tires are going to be kind of screwed. But we're going to do a double interview here with Austin, who is spotting for JD. JD and Austin, it's Cabe up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good. Watching a fun race. Well, you guys driven to second. So, what do you guys think it's going to take to get around Matt?
Well, we got a great truck here tonight. Track seems to be cool, so tires are kind of doing their thing. There seemed to be last in the stage break there. We just kind of just dug deep there and tried to get back to track position after that miscue that happened there before the last restart. But this 54 Sweethearts, man, this thing's on rails. I got a good driver in here tonight, and yeah, hopefully Matt can burn up his stuff, and we'll be there at the end.
Yes, sir. It's going to be fun to watch. Quick question, too, because I play the same thing. What do you guys think is going to be more valuable? You think track position or tires?
Personally, me tonight, just like I said, the track temperatures seem to be decent. I think it's going to be, or the track temperatures are going to be decent. So I think it's track position versus tires. JD, what do you think? I think he's got his ears off.
Yeah,
but
he's focused.
We're both in agreement that track position is everything. That's why we were kind of bummed to come in for that fast repair there. But yeah, let's see what we can do. That 75 Nick Zipple, he's pretty quick tonight too. So one of us should have something for Matt Frady here at the end.
Yes, sir. It's going to be cool to watch. Good luck, boys.
Thank you very much.
You can see the differing strategies. JD and Austin want track position. And Clay wanted tires. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Everybody's going to use their fastest pairs. Get off pit road quick and fast. Try to get some track position and tires after this run. But race off pit road. Nick's going to leave the box first. But it's going to be Matt, Nick, JD, Chad, then Kale. Then across it is going to be Clay, Ted, Michael, Tanner, and Joey. So, big switcheroo, if you want to say, right there under the yellow. But we're going to bring in Cup race winner Doug. Doug, how's the what's the strategy heading into this final run?
Well, we're going to get the truck fixed up. And then I think what I'm going to try to do is lay back a little bit. Let the tires come in, let everyone burn their stuff up. And then make a run at it. Maybe after about 10 laps or so, 10, 15 laps into the run.
Yeah.
See if I can start picking them off.
Sounds like a good strategy. You've been good. You've been fast all night. Been one of the better ones on long run. I think that top line's going to come in and it'll work. But got a lot of fast competitions up in front of you, so going to be fun to see what happens. I asked JD and Clay, Austin and JD, what their idea was. But what do you think is going to be more valuable? You think track position or tires?
Well, it depends if we have more cautions. I think tires at this point, because we got a long stage here, we're going to have to pit. So I think the tires are going to be going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah, definitely going to be interested to see how the strategy and stuff works out. So, yeah, good luck. Keep that high line as an option. Save a little bit of tires, and hopefully see you at the end.
All righty. Thank you.
That was Doug. We're going to try to get Nick in. Nick, can you hear me? Nick, can you hear me?
No, I don't hear you. I don't know what's wrong with your thing or my thing.
I'll do the interview here. Well, looks like you got a fast truck. You're the highest mover. Started 7th up to P2. What do you think it's going to take to get around Matt here?
Some strategy, maybe a little bit of luck, maybe a little bit of wreck. I don't really know. We'll see.
Alrighty, well, good luck. Have fun. Go digging. Go get some. That was Nick starting P2. So, rolling off for the restart. Going to be really interested to see as they run right now. Matt's already locked in the playoffs. So is Chad. So they're just going for the wins. A few guys on the cusp of getting in is Zach, but he's not here. So right now in the playoffs, Chad, Matt, Nick, Doug, and Ted. Ted just needs to have a solid race, and he's in. But yeah, that's going to be kind of it for that. But coming to the restart zone, points kind of off what everybody thinks. So it's going to be just run what you got. Try to save tires. Different strategies. Going to be fun to see what happens in the last stage as we see pace car pulling off this time. Coming to the restart. Coming to the restart zone, and they're green. Matt's going to get a good restart. Nick's going to go right with him. JD's going to have an okay restart. It's going to stack up kill just a little bit, though. Going to be single file for the top three. Chad and Kale going to be side by side down the backstretch entering turn number 3. Chad looks like he's going to back off, try to save a little bit of tire, though. Got Joey and Ted battling right there. But JD, you got to look to the inside of Nick coming through here. Going to be big pack racing. Nick just going to run the high line, try to save tires possibly, let more people go, then try to race. Maybe he's got an issue. He dropped back pretty far. But Joey trying to figure out a way around Ted. He seems to be struggling trying to get around him, but that's going to put Kel in P2. Clay's going to look underneath JD for P3. Going to be close. Going to single fall out now. Clay's going to be on the top, though, trying to... I was thinking the top's going to come in. He's still got right side damage, though, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens. I think the top is going to be one of the better ones for saving tires, so I think whoever runs higher up is going to be saving tires best. A single file out though. Joey trying to get around Ted still. Ted, massive, and they're going to be 3 wide of the bat. Maybe there's an issue with Nick. I'm not fully for sure because he's dropped back to dead last. Don't really know. He's dropped back. Biggest mover up to second. Now he's dropping kind of far back. So either he's just really trying to save tires hard. Maybe he's trying to save. I just had a good idea. Maybe Kel got the wall right there actually off of turn number 4 or something. We watch. Yes, he did. He got into it pretty hard. So, mistakes, big mistakes, costing some drivers some track position and stuff. But good point. I just thought of maybe Nick's trying to save to make it. I don't know how much fuel they have to be able to make it all the way. But if it is close, I think Nick might be trying to save to try to make it, and that'll obviously help him have tires and stuff. So. See if his strategy works out. It's going to be really interesting to see Chad trying to find a way around Cale with the damage he's got. He's going to try the top line. Someone's got to try it. Might as well be him. Going to have a run on Cale down the front stretch. Maybe try to push him or go high. Joey been stuck behind Ted pretty much all race, just struggling to find a way to get around him. Don't really know what his strategy is, but he's going to try to go around the outside. He drives in a little bit deep, going to give him a little bit of a bumper. Try to cut underneath him down the front stretch, not going to be there. Maybe going to be there entering turn number 1. Driver coach side in me. Arc the corner, try to get a good run off, and then either push him up or just kind of side draft him down the back. So sitting behind him right now and try to get there. But as we look back, right on board with Tanner, Doug and Nick maybe both have the same strategy, just trying to save a little bit of fuel, riding at the back. But as we go back through the field, Joey's going to hit the wall. He tries too hard up in dirty air. He's going to get in the fence right there. Big mistake out of Joey, but Chad on the back bumper of Cale still. Cale wrapping the apron perfectly. Got it turned, using the paint to try to get it to turn. Chad gonna be on the top though. He's gonna run the top, get a good run around Cale. He's gonna be on the inside heading into turn number 1. Got a good run off, exited lower, was able to be cleared just by entering turn number 1, and he was clear. That's going to put him into P number 3. A little bit of contact from the wall from either one of them. Chad, run the bottom in turn 1, run the top in 3 and 4. Cale's going to come up the track. Oh, almost makes a little bit of contact. All good though, they come off the corner just fine. That's going to put Chad P3. As they run, Matt, JD, Chad, Cale, Clay, Ted, Joey, Tanner, Nick, and Doug. And we have Michael at the back. I think these 3 are just trying to save to make it. It's going to be close if they do. I think kind of that mid-pack, if you're 8th back, save and try to make it. If you're top 4, you're going to be racing to try to do it. But if you're kind of 4th to 7th, it's going to be kind of pick your poison. Either try to go, or you might be too far back, or try to save and like really make it. We have good battles throughout the field. Ted's going to get to the bottom of Clay. Try to take that spot away. Going to get to the bottom of 3. We've seen the different lines that Chad was running before. Kel got around Chad, but was running the bottom in 1 and 2, and then run the top in 3 and 4. So, going to be interesting to see if we do get a late race yellow, what the different lines are. From practice and experience, it seems like you can be able to run at least the first 2 laps wide open around the top, and that will help tires because you're not turning the wheel as much and pitching it. But now Chad falling back from Kale just a little bit in that dirty air isn't seeming to help. Getting right up underneath the bottom. Underneath him though, trying to peek his nose, try to find any air he can. See, arcs it, drives it in really deep, slows it down, but he starts pushing. He's in dirty air. Kel's also in pushing. That's going to be a big fence for Chad. Good save, maybe. Kept it off the outside wall again, but that was a great save. Great save by Chad right there. Just a little mistake, dirty air, and the car getting tight. He overdrove the entry, kind of was watching it. Overdrove and got back in the gas a little bit too hard. Dirty air, older tires, and it costing him. Got it up into the wall. But that's going to put, actually Clay is going to pit this time. Clay is pitting. Wow, and Joey. Joey's pitting as well. Wow, strategy going to line up right here. So I guess they're all getting either close on fuel or I'm not for sure, but it's interesting because it looks like not everybody's going to pit, just them 2 have. So, oh, big contact in the back right there. Tanner gets in the wall. That's going to slow Chad up, but looks like Joey and Clay are the only ones who did pit. Joey had a great pit stop, or only took 2 or something, but Clay still just now exiting pit road. He's going to be a lap down now from pitting, so I think when it cycles out, if everybody stays out and is on the kind of same, I think Matt is pitting this time. Matt is pitting this. No, he's not. He's just slow. Slow in the center. Going to do a crank it up right here on Kills on board, actually. Or we'll do TV2. Crank it up. Don't know what happened there with Michael entering pit road. He got it back going, so it's not going to be a penalty, but he couldn't get it slowed down. We saw Doug and Chad pit, but he overshot it and then ended up spinning himself. So big implications. Props to him for not causing yellow. That was big. Doug and Chad leaving pit road now. Got their fresh pairs and they're off. Gonna wait and see where Matt pits. We're gonna just kind of scan through here. Maybe we just watch pit lane 2 right here and try to watch to see if people go by or who goes by, what goes by. Try to set it up and just set it up to be like right here. And then just see who pits and who doesn't. Matt still gonna go. JD still going. Nick still going. Maybe Nick pitted. I didn't even realize Tanner's gonna come down pit road this time. But maybe Nick's, I wonder if Nick already pitted and he realized that there was no way he was going to make it, so he pitted. We're going to, for this upcoming lap, we're going to go on board with, well, not for him, but since he is a lap down. But when he gets to lap 67, we're going to go on board with him. Michael has pitted, Tanner has pitted, Matt's still out. Expecting them to come in the next, I'm going to say 3 to 5 laps. I don't know if they can go much longer than that. He's been out front most of the race, not been in draft, not been able to save. So 3 to 5 is going to be my guess. But not fully for sure. Comes off at turn number 4. Led every single lap up until now though. So interesting. Really gonna have to see how the speed is for, or when he goes through tech, if that car is legal or not. But we're gonna go crank it up on Doug's on board for lap 67. Saw Nick right there. He's on pit road. So he's finally coming in for his stop. He just decided to start going and it gained him a lot of spots. Maybe saving at the start was not the best, but Joey and Kale going to be side by side. They're going to make a little bit of contact on the back stretch. All right. They're still racing. Kale going to come down the track pretty far. Maybe Kale's trying to get to pit road. He does. He's trying to get to pit road this time. You're going to have to slow it down. Not big in the NASCAR stuff, Kale, but he's good on the short tracks, and I think one of his first green flag pit stops. He's going to come in right behind Ted. JD and Matt actually pit on the same lap, so they're going to come on. JD a lot more aggressive into the box, has less to lose than Matt. Something happened to Ted right there getting in the box, but JD and Matt are going to leave pit road about same as they entered. So, all right. So Doug actually going to come out right behind. We're going to see where this cycles out. I think Clay's now in the lead. After it all cycled out, Doug going to go around Matt. Big battle though back here for, I believe that's the 5th spot. Yeah, 5th spot. Joey had 4th. Seems like Nick, Chad, and JD all right here now. Nick's gonna get to the back bumper of Chad. That's gonna loosen him up, make him push a little bit. But Matt on the fresher tires coming up onto Doug and Clay. Got to find a way to round with 15 to go. Doug gonna get a little bit tight on the inside of Matt. He's gonna roll the top and be able to get around him. Clay still with that right side damage. Looks like he's hit the wall, maybe overrun or just not use his fast repair, but Doug sees Matt go around the outside of him. He's gonna look to the top and try it. Thinks better of it. Clay washes up on exit. He's gonna go underneath him. Gonna be clear by turn 3, and he does. He's clear. So Matt, fresher tires, was able to get around him. JD having to make his way through this traffic now, though, on the same tires as Matt. So Matt got pretty lucky, was able to get around him pretty quick. See if JD can do the same. He's going to get to the back bumper of Clay. Kind of at an awkward time. He's going to have to go up the hill on exit. And Clay keep him down. He does. Go to the outside of Doug. This time he's going to be clear. Good moves from the front too to try to get back around the different traffic on different tires and everything. Nick going to try the same thing on Doug. Looks to the outside. Sees the new tire opportunity. He's going to go underneath Doug. Wow, big crossover in the center for Nick. Clay has lost a lot of ground. On Doug at least. Chad trying to slow the car down, get it going. Kale P7 not having the best run of his WTF racing career, even though it's been short, still not one of his better runs. But as we go back to the front, Doug sitting P4, Nick P3, Chad or JD P2. He gains a little bit on Matt. We get a late race yellow. It's going to be interesting to see how these front three do. JD is the only one that's not in the playoffs, so, but everybody's pretty much locked in who is running tonight. See if anybody's gaining anything. Ted lap down for, because he spun on pit road. That's right, under green. Big mistake under green is going to cost you a lot of time. So as they come to, I believe, 7 to go. 7 to go this time. Doug sitting pretty in P4. Got Nick P3, JD P2, Matt P1. Still kind of same running order the entire race. It's been not much happening, not much going on, but if we go through the field, it's pretty single spread out. I mean, single file. Slow off the pace is Joey. He had a lot of damage, made a lot of mistakes this race. Have to go back to the war room and talk about his strategy and stuff during it, but Matt been dominant all race. Hasn't lost the lead, has led every single lap. Joey gonna stay high, stay out of the way. I think hit the wall entering 3, but it's all right. JD 1.6 back, 1.5 now. He's staying in that 1.5, 1.6 range behind Matt. Doug sitting pretty in P4. Got Chad P5, Kel P6. Clay actually pitted. Wow. Maybe thinking better of it, hoping for a late race yellow, get his wave and be on new tires, get track position. But as we see, he said it earlier, he thinks tires is going to be a bigger deal. So if that does happen, he's going to have to try to hold them off for however many we got to go. But still, gap, same, actually, little less. Maybe Matt made a mistake that lap. Going to go on to his front cam 1.3 now. Matt seems to be able to get to the bottom better than JD, but, or at least on that lap. JD maybe hit the wall, made a little bit of a mistake. That lap 1.4, yeah, maybe it was just a bad lap by Matt, that one, but he's losing time. 3 to go this time for Matt. Down the back stretch. We're comparing. Gets to the bottom later than JD, but also able to keep it down lower. Seems like clean air helped him a lot this race. Been fast all season. If it finishes how it is, that is going to put Matt in the lead of the point standings. He was 2 behind Chad going in. If it finishes how it does right now, he's going to gain 5 points on him. So that'll put him 3 ahead for the regular season points battle. But Nick is 3rd, Doug 4th. So how they're running, well, if you get out JD, and replace JD with Chad, that's how they're running in the points. Or would be after this race. Doug 4th and Ted P5. He's a lap down now, but made a mistake. He'll fight back for it, but yeah, gonna jumble up the points here, heading into, I believe, the last few races of this truck season. Let's see, actually this is the last race before playoffs. So final lap for Matt. Last lap of the regular season. Matt, been dominant all race. Has been one of the best trucks all season. Best trucks. Well, this is the best truck of the season probably from race to race. But as he goes through 3 and 4, most dominant truck of this race off of 4. He's going to win it at Charlotte. And that will lock him in as the regular season points champion. Matt Frady gets it done at Charlotte. Awesome to see him get another win here in the WTF Racing Series. JD P2, Nick P3, Doug P4, Kale P5. Good comeback for Kale, actually. Pretty far back, but he had a good comeback. That's going to put Ted P8. He was lapped down. Then Clay P9, Chad P6. Tanner, first run with us. Ended up P7, so not too shabby. So as we go to Matt, he's going to do his burnouts. We're going to get him in for an interview. Mr. Matt Frady, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Well,
Hoping that we locked up the regular season championship here.
yes, sir. By my calculations, it looks like you got it by 3 points over Chad right there. So, ended up getting the regular season points champion. Ended up winning the final race before the regular season. Where does this put your confidence heading into the playoffs?
Cloud 9. This whatever you said sponsored Toyota was a rocket on rails today.
Led every lap, if I calculate it right, or at least every green lap.
I believe so. Yeah, no, actually, except for a couple. When we had that last run, we
under
didn't
green,
lead,
yes.
yeah, about
Under
2 or
green,
3
yeah.
laps.
So, doing a big John Force down the front stretch. Yeah, go win tonight.
Thanks, sir.
Regular season champion Matt Frady right there. We're going to do an interview with second place, JD. JD, you got a copy?
JD, you got yours on?
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Do a little retry. Text him something.
Yeah. JD.
I'll edit this out. That's fine. JD, do you got a copy? It's Cabe up in the booth.
I just messaged him on Discord. Can you hear us?
Okay. I will interview.
Yeah, obvious.
Let me know if he comes back. I'll interview third.
He says no. He can't hear you.
Huh. Is he still in the race? We'll do it in the race then.
I think he's still in the race.
Gabe, if you're still in here, you can get over here.
All right. Here, hold on. Wait. Reset. Wait.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. All right, JD, our second place finisher. JD, not in the playoffs, but solid run through and through. P2. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty good run tonight. Our number 54, Sweet Tarts Toyota Tundra did had some good speed tonight, but unfortunately just had nothing for that 40 truck. He was just finding something that we couldn't find in the track, and he really got away from us there.
Yeah, pretty solid dynamic duo. You and Austin have become, you running, him spotting in trucks, maybe a few other races you're spotting for him, I think in super speedway races, but yeah. If where do you think that you could finish if you were in the playoffs at the end of the season? Where do you think that you could get mad or be able to beat Nick for the championship? Do you think that you could get it?
I think I'd have the rest of the field beat out. As far as Matt goes, I think it'd be a pretty close call there.
Would have been cool. Maybe next season be able to get in playoffs, but all in all, good run. Solid P2.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, that was Nick and Austin. We're going to go, JD and Austin. We're going to go third place. Nick, can you hear me? Nick, can you hear me?
Oh, could have gave room.
Nick, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Why can't it work? Hold on.
Go to race chat.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
What the that was stupid. I'm like, you would have been good to interview during the race because you drove from the back. And, okay, hold on. I'll reset it. I can just edit this out. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Go gyro cam.
I say 3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, our third place finisher, Nick, biggest mover in the field. P3 went from the back to the front, back to the back, then back to the front. Saw you drop back at the start of stage 3. Tell me about that strategy and what happened during that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the right play because it worked first stage, but I don't know if I did something different or everyone else pushed hard or harder. I really don't know, but we ended up dropping back too far to really be in contention with Matt and JD there at the end.
Yeah, it looked like it was a hard track or a hard race to pass in. Seemed like when I asked a lot of everybody, Austin and JD said track position, Clay said tires, Doug said tires. So, I mean, it looked like a hard. Talk about how hard it was to pass because it looked like it was a struggle.
Well, with the strategy I was going with, it wasn't really that hard to pass because the moment I was passing people was when they had like really bad tires and I had better tires than them. So I didn't have much trouble passing because of the strategy that I was doing. But I'm sure if you were JD or anyone else up there, just running normal, I'm sure it was hard.
Yeah, looked like Matt was the class of the field. Then you had JD, but I believe.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't run any practice. I had to do some stuff before this, so that didn't really help any. But even if I did, I don't really know if I would have had much for them. The tires were just too bad. If I tried to stay up there with them, I don't really know what they were doing different. But,
yeah. Talked about you not having much practice, but P3 in point standings. Matt, regular season champion. Chad, P2. You, P3. Where does that put your confidence heading into the playoffs?
I don't really know. I gotta get a little lucky at some of these races because these aren't definitely not my best tracks. But yeah, I just want to thank my hot dogs car, the whole team. They really brought out a good one today.
Yes, sir. All right, good run tonight.
All right, thank you.
And we're going to have a special interview with Doug's P4 at the end of that race. Doug, in the playoffs, P4 in the championship regular season, but P4 had a solid run tonight, been good in the Cup League. What's your focus on heading into the truck playoffs?
Looks like I'm going to have to contend with Matt and Chad. They seem to be the strong ones coming out here. And they're pretty tight in the points at first and second with a 4-point separation. So I'm not sure. I tried saving a little bit tonight, and it just didn't. I just didn't get enough benefit from it to make up the lost time from that. So let's see, what do we have on the schedule?
Yeah, speaking of that, first race of playoffs is Richmond. Then we go to Homestead, Talladega, and Phoenix. So definitely a interesting group of tracks, all way different than each other. What do you think your best bet is going to be to try to maybe pop off a win or get ahead of them?
Well, hopefully, Homestead seems to be a pretty good track for me, and maybe I can get lucky at Talladega. Seems like you either get lucky or unlucky at the super speedway. So maybe one of those two. Richmond, I think, is definitely going to be a track that Matt will run really well at. So we'll just have to see.
Yes, sir. Well, good run tonight, and good luck hanging on playoffs.
Well, thank you.
All right. Solid run from everybody tonight. One of the funner announcing jobs I've done. Looking forward to announcing all 4 of the playoff races next week. First playoff race heading to Richmond. So make sure you guys tune into that. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.